When you buy a knife from me, you're not just feeding a poodle, you're supporting a tool habit. I just bought a burnisher. And what this does is here, I got one in my pocket. The edge of the leather. That's called burnishing. And it basically smooths out the leather, makes it all look like one piece, makes it shiny and impervious to water where it won't absorb. And this is a machine that Tandy Leather gets hundreds of dollars for it, and I got this for $77. I'll take it out of the box and show you. Okay, this is one heck of a machine, and my God, you wouldn't believe how well packed it is. I'm pleasantly surprised. Usually, you know, this is Chinese. And I promise you, the stuff that Tandy sells is Chinese too, just with an extra 300 bucks tacked onto it. Okay, these are burnishing wheels. This is a burnishing wheel. And this is these little sandpaper pads go on this. They're drummed, it's a drum. And this goes on this end, and this, well, either end. I mean, you could put this on either end. And I would use the fat side, so I would probably, let's see. Probably that one there, maybe that one. Anyway, and that's what this is. It's a burnishing machine. What I have been using, I gotta put you down. What I've been using is a Dremel, and you know, it's not bad, and wax, and on my dark chocolate sheaths I use this kind of wax. It's basically shoe polish, German stuff, comes all the way from Germany, right? I think so. Yeah, made in Germany. Gesellschaft. In Deutschland. So that's what this is, and I'm gonna get this all together. I think I'm gonna put this right there. I'm gonna keep my little photo studio, but what I'm thinking about doing is setting something up outside, because these knives sure take better pictures when they're in the sun. And that little round turntable there needs batteries, but works great. Anyway, and oh yeah, and I got some barge cement and chops. My knife making friend up, where's he live? Ohio, Pennsylvania, Indiana, somewhere up there. And this is supposed to be superior adhesive for leather, and actually says leather on it. Barge doesn't say leather. Or does it? Let's see here. Rubber, wood, leather. Okay. And it's good stuff. I've used it. And I'll tell you what isn't good stuff is that right there. Which reminds me, if you're a crafter and you have a use for that, let me know. I'll send it to you. I have no use for 5.5 tubes of this Dugo cement. So, yeah, if you can use that, if you're a crafter and you use a lot of contact cement. Actually, it's not, is it contact cement? I don't even know what they call that. I mean, it's good for some stuff, but it's not good for stuff that I would use. China, glass, plastic, wood, metal, and crafts. So, there you go. If that's something you can use, let me know. I'll mail it to you. Okay, so, let me get this together, and I'll show you what I got. Alrighty, there we go. It was easy enough to do. Okay. So now I got to figure out where I'm going to put it. I do all my work right here. I'm wondering if I could build some sort of table here. I'll think about it. Otherwise, right here, or maybe I can move this over and screw it down there. I'll think about it. But anyway, I sold that sharp finger, and I'm gonna put an edge on it. Where is it? Where is that? Okay, there it is. Yeah, boy, that come out nice. Even my wife said it's the nicest one I've made so far. I'm gonna put the edge on it and get it boxed up and get it in the mail today. And the Caddo, I will have that Caddo in this today. Matter of fact, I'm gonna go put the edge on this, and then I'm gonna finish the Caddo, and that will be ready. So the rest of this video will be me showing you that Caddo in its finished state. All right, just a short clip how I left it last night. I have come out here and took all the clamps and the wax paper off and cut the excess pins off. Now I'm fixing to do the sides and as much as I can around the outer perimeter on that 6x48 right there. And at some time in the future, I'm going to be getting to work on little neck knives. I haven't made these in a while, and I have a lot of wood picked out that are leftovers. That's some Purple Heart, and I forget what that is. All right, I got the spine cleaned up, sanded. I've got the edges, the square knocked off or rounded. Now I'm going to put this back on my bandsaw, cut these off, get on my belt sander, the little 1x42 right there, and I'm going to sand off the bandsaw marks, and then after that it's all hand sanding. I may shape the nose a little bit, which sometimes what I do is narrow the nose down, and I use the front edge of that roller right there. And so let me get this shaped and a little sanded, and I'll show you what I got when it's presentable. All right, here's what it looks like off the bandsaw. Kind of ugly. Now I gotta put it on the belt grinder and get that sanded down to within hand sanding specs. And I am gonna narrow the nose down some on that one. We got a lot of work to do, a lot of hand sanding, and then rebuff everything, including the metal there. And what I do is buff the handle first, get that all shiny and purty, and then I rebuff the blade. But first I got to put some tape on this so I don't put any big scratches on it. Although I got a whole lot of work I got to do up here. All right, let me get going. All right, now the work begins. I've got from here up, polished back up. That was, I didn't mean to go that far into it, but it's a shorter knife, so it's hard not to. All right, let me get to work, because this is going to take me a couple of hours to get it to polishing stage. All right, let us go put that on the buffer and see how pretty we can make this. See if we can draw the pretty out of it. Back in about an hour. All right. Yeah, I already got a smudge on it. $165. That'll include shipping. If you want this, let me know. BCtruck@gmail.com. Well, that's it for me today. Tomorrow, I'm going to set up that electric burnisher. I have a step that I have to replace outside the back door of my knife shop, and boy, I almost went through that the other day. Opened my back door on the knife shop and stepped on that, and I heard crunch, and I jumped back just in time. So I got a 2x6. I'm going to be replacing those two boards. And I'm not going to make any knives tomorrow, but I am going to be in my shop. I got organizing to do. I got to see, I don't even know what wood I have. This wood here, I forgot I had it. And that is some beautiful stuff. And I would have used this a lot more often if I'd known where I put it. Well, now I know where I put it, and I'm going to use more of it. Sure did come out nice. So have a good Wednesday, y'all. Anybody wants this, just give me a holler. BCtruck@gmail.com. $165. If you bought knives from me before, we can work on the price. Have a good Wednesday, y'all.